Imagine a scorching, adrenaline-fueled day in ancient Rome, where the air is thick with anticipation. In the heart of this bustling empire, gladiators, fighters who either fought to survive or fought for glory, take center stage. The arena is a vast, chaotic battleground where blood, sweat, and death intertwine. Thousands of Romans gather in colossal amphitheaters, like the famous Colosseum, to witness these brutal spectacles. But these deadly combats were not mere sports. Behind every sword strike and every fatal blow lies a deeper story of power, control, and survival. Gladiators, many of them slaves or prisoners, were thrust into these bloody battles where their lives hung in the balance. In some cases, they were volunteers, eager for fame and fortune. But for others, the arena represented an escape from the harsh realities of their previous lives. Were these gladiatorial contests just bloodthirsty games, or did they serve a higher purpose in Roman society? Gladiatorial games were not merely a form of entertainment. They were deeply intertwined with the politics and culture of Rome. Every gladiator fight was, in a sense, a display of imperial power. While the fighters battled for survival, the emperors and politicians saw these contests as tools for maintaining control over the masses. In an empire filled with unrest and economic instability, gladiatorial games provided a momentary distraction, a way to keep the public entertained and distracted from the challenges they faced in their daily lives. The bloodshed in the arena allowed the people to forget their struggles, if only for a moment, and focus on the spectacle of life and death. But what about the gladiators themselves? Who were they, and what motivated them to fight in these deadly contests? Many gladiators were slaves or prisoners of war, captured from lands far and wide. They were trained in gladiatorial schools called ludi, where they were molded into fierce warriors. However, some gladiators were volunteers, free men who chose to fight for fame, money, or the promise of freedom. These volunteers, known as auctorati, believed that by fighting in the arena, they could earn the respect and admiration of the people. In some cases, if they survived long enough and proved their skill, they could even gain their freedom. These warriors faced off in the arena with a variety of weapons and armor, each chosen based on their fighting style. Some gladiators wielded short swords called gladii, while others used long spears or tridents. Shields, helmets, and protective armor were common, but the weight and design of each gladiator's gear were tailored to their role. The myrmillo, for example, was heavily armored, while the retiarius fought with a net and a trident, relying on agility rather than brute strength. Every fight was unique, with different combinations of fighters, weapons, and strategies. The rules governing gladiatorial combat were strict. While most fights were to the death, not all were. If a gladiator displayed exceptional skill, the audience might call for mercy, and the emperor or the editor of the games could decide whether to spare his life. Victory in the arena didn't always guarantee survival, but it could lead to fame and rewards. For those who fought well, the rewards could be substantial. Gladiators who became popular were often treated like celebrities, with the people cheering their names and eagerly awaiting their next appearance. The hope of freedom, wealth, and adoration kept these warriors fighting, even as they knew the danger they faced. The gladiatorial combat was as much a psychological battle as a physical one. Fighters were trained not just in combat skills, but in how to maintain composure in the face of certain death. Every gladiator knew that each fight could be his last, yet they fought with the knowledge that victory would bring them glory. It was a high-stakes world where courage and skill were tested at every turn. As the games grew in popularity, they became more than just a Roman tradition. They became an essential part of the empire's culture. Gladiatorial contests were used as political tools, meant to entertain the masses and maintain the emperor's grip on power. The public spectacle of life and death was a way for the ruling class to display their dominance, and for the common people to experience the raw emotions of fear, awe, and excitement. In many ways, these games symbolize the strength of Rome itself, the brutality of its conquests, and the might of its emperors. Over time, however, the gladiatorial games began to decline. Social and economic changes, along with the spread of Christianity, gradually made these blood sports less acceptable. In the end, the gladiatorial arena faded from Roman life, but the legacy of these brutal battles lives on. The stories of these fighters, whether they were slaves, criminals, or volunteers, have continued to captivate audiences for centuries. From the pages of history to the silver screen, the Gladiators' legacy is one of both tragedy and triumph. The gladiatorial contests, though no longer a part of modern life, still resonate in our culture. From movies and books to television shows, the image of the gladiator remains a powerful symbol of strength, survival, and sacrifice. These warriors, who once fought for their lives in the heart of Rome, have become iconic figures representing the ultimate test of human endurance and courage. If this thrilling, dangerous world of gladiators sparked your curiosity, follow our page for more captivating stories from history that explore the dark, mysterious, and exciting past. Don't miss out. Stay tuned for more.